From Owerri to Abuja, different judgments over Abia State governorship seats. More confusion trails decisions of the court as Governor Okezie-Ikpeazu and Mr. Uche Oga battle. And the legal tussle over the PDP leadership gets more interesting as the court yet again sacks Senator Sheriff as chairman of the PDP. We take a closer look at the myriad of the court cases and the implications. That's our focus on the program tonight. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. I'm Imana Amawe. Well, let's begin from Ado-Ekiti, where there's been a pro-Fayose rally. Let's take a look at what the people in the state have to say in support of their governor. Well, 2 days. For 2 days, an anti-Fayose group trooped to the streets in protest of what they say is the corrupt practices of the governor, while there's been another set of people who are also in support of the governor. They say no matter what, he cannot be thrown out. But some of them are throwing their weight behind the anti-corruption fight of the president, Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. Fayose has seen series of criticism from opposition parties in the stance in the state since the anti-graft EFCC froze his accounts. Today, the rally saw Governor Fayose walk the streets alongside the leaders of the group, which say cut across different sectors and different artisan groups in Ekiti State.
I want to say it expressly that the power of the people is greater than those of us in power. Yes. Whether we reside in Abuja or we reside in America, the power of the people is greater than those of us in power. Yes. I am not using my own mandate. I'm using the mandate of the Ekiti people. I'm using your mandate. I said I'm using your mandate. That is why you can proudly come out like this to express support for your own governor. This is your own governor. Yes. I said this is your own governor. This is your own Osoko. This is your own Osoko.
Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ekiti State. Well, it's been a week fraught with political and legal intrigues from Abia to Edo and Anambra to the federal capital territory, Abuja, just to mention a few, with the drama threatening to swallow up the actors on their own stage. Indeed, interesting times in the country. Well, let's now take a look at some of the top political stories we are following right now before we get down to the main issues.
The political roundup on Channels Television. Here are your top political stories this time.
The Kwara State Governor Abdulfatah Ahmed has described the decision by SERAP, a rights advocacy group, to include him in a petition to the International Criminal Court (ICC) for alleged non-payment of salaries to workers as ill-informed and misdirected. In a statement signed by his senior special assistant on media, Muhyiddin Akorede, the Kwara State Governor said, despite experiencing a drop in monthly allocation from 3.2 billion to 800 million naira, the state government has sustained payment of its civil servants and pensioners. Governor Ahmed stressed that SERAP may have been referring to the local government councils in the state, which receive separate allocations from the federal government and have varying degrees of staff and pension arrears. The Oyo State Governor Abiola Ajimabi has appealed to striking workers in the state to suspend a one-month-old industrial action, calling on their leaders to meet with government representatives to share their valuable funds in the state's coffers. The governor made the appeal in an interview with journalists at his residence, stressing that Labour should allow dialogue to move the state forward, especially in the face of current economic challenges.
Democracy is about dialogue. It's about talking, not about fighting. Because in the end, when you fight, you still come to the table to talk.
Meanwhile, pensioners in Edo State have issued strong warnings to politicians in the state. The pensioners say that the September 10, 2016 governorship election will present a perfect opportunity to pay back over the non-payment of the pension arrears and gratuity. The state chairman of Edo State Pensioners, Gabriel Ozareka, stated this following a general meeting of pensioners in the state civil service at the Teachers' House in Benin City, the Edo State capital.
We have the numerical strength. We are about 730 in number that are physically present in our meetings. We have relations, we have those depending on us, we have children. We will now tell them what to do, to tell them that a particular government is responsible for the suffering they are all passing through.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Many thanks for staying with us and welcome back to Politics Today. Remember, you can be part of the conversation on Twitter. It's hashtag Politics Today. That's the hashtag to follow, and it's at Politics, CTV Politics. Well, let's begin our conversation with the leadership impasse that has gripped the ranks of the leadership of the People's Democratic Party. The Federal High Court in Abuja has set aside the appeal filed by Senator Ali Modu Sheriff to stay execution of the earlier ruling by Port Harcourt High Court nullifying the constitutional amendments that produced the National Working Committee of the party, therefore upholding the Senator Ahmed Makarfi-led caretaker committee and the Port Harcourt Convention that sacked Senator Sheriff. And to make matters more interesting, the Senator Makarfi-led caretaker committee has called for the arrest of the party's factional leader, Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, for contempt of court orders. The committee's spokesperson, Mr. Dayo Adeyeye, says issuance of a certificate of return to a parallel candidate by the Sheriff Group for the Edo State governorship elections is illegal. Meanwhile, the factional deputy chairman of the PDP, Mr. Cairo Ojugbo, says Senator Sheriff remains the party's national chairman and has not breached the law. Well, joining me on the program to analyze some of these issues is Dr. Cairo Ojugbo. He's a factional deputy chairman of the PDP. Welcome to the program. And also with me in the studio is a legal practitioner, Curtis Adigba. Glad to have you join us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Well, let's begin with you, Dr. Ojugbo. The PDP seems to have so much on its plate right now, so many leadership, so many legal suits flying left, right, and center. How does the party hope to bring itself out of this particular matter if it's going to be one house at the end of the day?
Thank you very much. I have always said consistently that the law courts cannot resolve the problem in PDP. We must seek a political solution, and the authentic chairman of the party is Ali Modu Sheriff. And Ali Modu Sheriff is the only chairman of PDP. And I am not happy, or we have said consistently, that he should not be referred to as personal chairman. The so-called caretaker committee is illegal, and then the courts have said so that Ali Modu Sheriff is the authentic chairman to bring, to submit, and to do everything necessary, and that the INEC and police should assist and give Ali Modu Sheriff all necessary assistance to make sure that the PDP gets running, and that is where we are. Let me say this.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Ojugbo. We'll take a moment at this time, and when we come back, we'll continue on with the conversation. Please stay with us.
Here's why you should start your Saturday with us.
Hello.
Good morning and welcome to your Saturday morning wake-up-upper.
We ask precise questions.
The very law that they are breaching, if they decide to share.
And get precise answers.
Whether it's PDP or APC, I don't care.
Although there are times simple questions cause commotion,
He came yesterday.
the drama could be hilarious.
Politics of mediocrity, politics of prebendalism,
or contentious.
People are losing money.
Join us on Sunrise.
Welcome back to the program. Well, we'll go straight back to you, Dr. Ojugbo, before we continue. You talked about political solutions to the PDP leadership crisis. And another thing you said is that Senator Sheriff remains the legal national chairman of the party. But Federal High Court has today, would I say, sacked Senator Sheriff once again, thrown out the appeal filed by Senator Sheriff to stay execution of the Port Harcourt ruling. So how then is he the legal national executive chairman of the PDP?
Thank you. Have you seen the judgment? Have you seen the ruling or whatever they claim they have seen? That's the importance of these clarifications. You see, because of the powers of the enemies of Sheriff, they are able to penetrate any organization, come up with whatever they feel they can come up with. But as of today, the Alumadu Sheriff has presented all court judgments in his favor to the INEC and to the police and to all institutions. And let me make this clear. This issue of PDP is not about Alumadu Sheriff. It is about what is right. It is about the truth. You know, the truth is one and always one. And the truth is this. Alumadu Sheriff intends to give the party back to the grassroots. He intends to inculcate and reintroduce internal democracy in the PDP. And some governors are resisting this. And that is just the basis of this problem. Otherwise, how would you explain that Alumadu Sheriff was given 3 months? After 3 months, the governor said, look, Mr. Chairman, we are very happy with you. We are going to zone the chairmanship of the party to you in Borno State, and then you will continue as chairman. Then they went to Port Harcourt. I didn't go. When they got to Port Harcourt, what happened? Alumadu Sheriff said, look, some you governors, you came to me and said, we are going to allow you, you must allow us produce all the structures in our state. I did that. But look, there are a lot of problems and confusion from the state. Please, let us look at what you have done at the states. And that's why the governor said, no, you must go. You are not towing the line anymore. And that is what brought PDP to lose the last election. Impunity in the ranks of the party.